Hello, 6th graders. Welcome to Big Ideas Math, Contract Math, Section 10.2, Probability Lesson. Pause while you write Section 10.2 lesson in your math notebook. Pause again while you write today's lesson objective in your math notebook. Today's objective is compute the probability of an event. Copy the following vocabulary word and example exactly as it appears in your math notebook. Probability is a number from 0 to 1 that measures the likelihood that an event will occur. Be sure to copy the scale that is shown with the words impossible, unlikely, equally likely to happen or not happen, likely, and certain on the top, and the numbers that are listed underneath. Finding the probability of an event. When all possible outcomes are equally likely, the probability of an event is the ratio of the number of favorable outcomes to the number of possible outcomes. The probability of an event is written as P event. Probability of an event equals the number of favorable outcomes over the number of possible outcomes. Today we'll be starting on page 408 in your math book. Example 1, describing the likelihood of an event. There is an 80% chance of thunderstorms tomorrow. Describe the likelihood of the event. The probability of thunderstorms tomorrow is 80%. Because 80% is close to 75%, it is likely that there will be thunderstorms tomorrow. Example 2, finding a probability. You roll the number cube. What is the probability of rolling an odd number? So this is where we use the ratio that we wrote. And so we're interested in, our favorable outcome is that we're rolling something odd. So that's what we put in the parentheses. And so our probability of rolling an odd number is the favorable outcome, so we put that on the top of our fraction, and then we put the number of possible outcomes on the bottom of our fraction. So there are 3 odd numbers, 1, 3, and 5, and there are a total of 6 numbers. So then when we simplify that, it comes out to 1/2. So the probability of rolling an odd number is 1/2, or 50%. Let's move on to example 3, using a probability. The probability that you randomly draw a short straw from a group of 40 straws is 3/20. How many are short straws? So here are our choices. We'll get back to those later. So the probability of a short straw equals the number of short straws over the total number of straws. So we know that our probability is 3 out of 20, but we don't have 20 straws, we have 40 straws. And we don't know how many short straws there are, so we're going to let n equal the number of short straws. So if we put these two fractions next to each other and we solve for n by cross-multiplying. So what they did here when they solved for n was they went 3 times 40 equals 120, and 20 times n equals 20n, and then they divided both sides by 20, and they found out that 120 divided by 20 equals 6, so 6 equals n. So there are 6 short straws, and the correct answer is B. Your assignment for this lesson is to complete the On Your Own problems 1 through 5 below. They are also on pages 408 to 409 in your Big Ideas book. Be prepared to share your work during our next class. Remember, to earn credit for viewing this flipped lesson, you need to complete your exit slip, come to our next class prepared with the journal pages or other work from the flipped lesson completed, be prepared with any work that was assigned in the flipped lesson completed, and be prepared with any questions you have for your teacher, and of course, have a good attitude.